Thank you. That was amazing. Makes you warm. All crowds, tremendous. First, I want to acknowledge our Homeland Security Advisor, Lisa Monaco, is here, and she'll be speaking shortly. Saji Prelis from Search for Common Ground, who will also be speaking shortly. We have just the people that have really worked hard to make this event happen. George Salim, Eric Rosen, our team at CEP. It's a delight to work with all of them. But good morning, because this event, you're going to have to listen to some speech making here, regrettably, because that's what we do. But this event is about you. And the charm of this and the incredible impact of this event is about the young people that have traveled from all around the world who are dealing with the most extremism issues in their own communities. So, first of all, welcome to you all, and thank you for what you do. Some of you have traveled incredibly great distances to be with us today, and we're really grateful for that and for everything that you do in your communities. We admire your commitment, your dedication, and your courage to confront extremism in your communities. I run the Extremism Project, and CEP was begun about a year ago. It seems like it's been much longer, but we formed it about a year ago by a group of former diplomats and government officials like me who are passionate about the desperate need to combat all forms of extremist ideology and the hate, the violence, and destruction it perpetrates. We formed CEP from the belief that an issue of this magnitude and this complexity could not be tackled by government alone, and that people of conscience from across the spectrum had the duty and responsibility to defend peace, tolerance, human rights, and pluralism. The fact that you are doing so much in your communities and have chosen to make this issue an important part of your life's work is extremely encouraging, because it tells us that we are not alone in recognizing this as the seminal issue for our time, and that there are many others with passion and energy and creativity who recognize the urgency and the need to fight extremism on many fronts in addition to the battlefield. Around the world today, mothers and fathers are living with the profound sadness of losing their children by the thousands to the seductive, relentless extremist propaganda that seems to be reaching them from all directions. Many more children are in danger for a variety of personal reasons of following charismatic extremist recruiters down this same dead-end path. A vast pool of potential extremists may not yet have purchased airline tickets to join ISIS, but they are struggling to find meaning and a purpose and a mission in life. They are primed for recruitment to extremist organizations that offer a potent narrative of grievance and enough ideological justification to convince them to kill and to be willing to die. We must sever that pipeline, that siren song of murder, enslavement, and destruction. The tremendous initiatives that all of you bring here, others that you will develop collectively, and those that you will continue to refine through friendships that you have made here, and will hopefully maintain for many years, will all contribute greatly to building a worldwide movement that rejects the rigidity and totalitarian nature of extremist ideology and practice. The Global Youth Summit Against Violent Extremism will mark the launch of a sustained global grassroots effort, spearheaded by young people like you all over the world, to build resilience against extremism through the support of compelling, durable projects that isolate and undermine the ideologies that justify violent extremism. We are directly supporting one such effort that was developed by Missouri State University, and I know the president and the dean of Missouri State are here, Cliff Smart and Stephanie Bryant. Thank you for your support. The platform is called 195. We really look forward to all of you learning more about it. And it's designed for youth leaders from around the world to support each other's work and connect those efforts with critical financial support via a granting mechanism to seed successful projects around the world of local leaders like all of you in your communities. 195 is but one of those key efforts to help connect us all in this broad fight against extremism. We hope to support other efforts as well. Clearly, each and every one of you in attendance is part of this crucial fight. It is sometimes said that extremists are growing on the wrong side of history, or that their cause is somehow doomed, that this new breed of terrorism will, by its very extremism and brutality, somehow extinguish itself. It is sometimes argued that we can afford to be complacent. This view could not be more wrong. We see in the world of 2015 some striking signs that the age of extremism isn't about to wane on its own. The ISIL model of extreme violence, brutality, and intimidation seemed inconceivable and doomed to failure a few short years ago. Instead, the presence of a power vacuum in Syria and bad governance in Iraq and very savvy online marketing gave ISIS the ability to turn early lightning military strikes into territorial success that has not been significantly eroded since. But every additional group that pledges its allegiance to ISIS for whatever reason provides added legitimacy in the hearts and minds of potential recruits, some of whom yearn to be part of a team and a purpose larger than themselves. While the most violent extremists operate in certain regions, the menace this trend of intolerance represents is universal and regrettably reaches into every one of our neighborhoods. And to be successful, this response must be global in nature. We hope that we can look back on this day, the first global youth summit against violent extremism, and be able to say this was a turning point in the fight for peace, tolerance, and pluralism. We hope today becomes a model for future gatherings of international young people to combat extremism, and that the marketplace and the presentation of the youth agenda tomorrow at the UN gives this issue the additional exposure it so rightly deserves. You all must have a voice. We must not squander the opportunity that's now before us. And I, for one, am very excited to get today's events underway and to see the unique ideas and initiatives that you have brought to New York City. Ideas that will only be improved through the input of your peers and other experts gathered here today. You, the youth leaders of today, will grow to become the political leaders of tomorrow. And what you bring here and what you take with you must literally change the trajectory of the world for the sake of all of our futures. Thank you very much, and I really look forward to seeing all the tremendous energy and projects that you all have brought to this room. Thank you.